Hi, and welcome to the 10 square metre workshop. Today I want to do a catch up on my large capacity drawers that I made last time. See below for the details. And also offer one or two hints and tips for around the workshop. So let's get on with it. So these are my new wider drawers. See below for the reference to see how I built them. The bottom drawer hasn't changed much. It holds all the screws and nails, at least all the ones I use regularly. The middle drawer, the nuts and bolts drawer, is filled out now, as well as the bolts with the colour-coded contents. I now have all my taps and dies in trays. They're all colour-coded both on the tray and on the tap. Next to them, all the tap handles. To the rear, threaded rod, knobs and other fixtures, and odd sized nuts and bolts. Non-metric in other words. At the rear have those small sized inserts, used mainly for 3D printing. The top drawer is now also filled. To the left are hex fitting drills and other fitments, screwdriver parts. To the right you can see I have chisels, some drawing equipment, and everything that doesn't really go anywhere else, readily to hand. This selection will probably change over time. It should hold all the things I use the most. Well, the most after the tools on the wall, of course. They're the most readily accessible. Do you ever find the need to jot down a few dimensions while in the workshop? Finding a pen's easy, of course, but what to write on? There never seems to be any paper around. Well, it used to be, but these small pads are readily available from newsagents, and they're just the right size. This gives you an idea of the size to jot a few measurements down. A pad like this means it's always available, and you're not tempted to keep a large sheet of paper for more use later on. You can just throw it away when it's not needed. I have a slightly larger pad at the front of my new drawers. Individual sheets, just pick one whenever I need one. Do you use hex shank drills like these? They're getting increasingly popular, but there is really two sorts. One has a rectangular depression on the base, as you can see here. The other has a little circle. The difference? Well, the first sort, the shank is held into the base by that being pressed into a depression in the shaft. That's all very well, but you put a lot of force on this and that will start turning, and that is really annoying. That round bit tells you there's a pin, and if you look on the other side you'll see the same shape. That pin goes right through. That drill is not going anywhere. The latter, of course, costs a wee bit more, but well worth it in my opinion. Hex drills also come in stubby sizes, although they don't seem to do metric for some reason. Strange. You can get them in metric with the threading features, but I've never found the threading very good. Having difficulty drilling vertically? Get one of these bubble modules and glue it on the back of your drill. Centre the bubble and you're drilling vertically. Worth collecting the tops off milk bottles. These make ideal containers for mixing small amounts of epoxy glue. Another useful stationery item are these small post-it notes. Great for marking out matching faces or joints on wood without marking it. And often the colour's all you need. Don't need to mark it. Craft knives with snap-off blades are an incredibly useful tool. I have two, both 60 and 30 degree. But it's also worth having a cheap one with a blade that doesn't have to be that sharp for things like opening boxes. Keep the blade sharp for the good jobs. And of course, you always need a cutting mat. I also like this ruler. It's specially designed with a flat edge to be able to cut against. And more than that, it has a tilt-up guide, so you can hold it down really firmly without worrying about cutting into your fingers. Well, that's all I have for this time. I hope you found it interesting. Why not subscribe and join again next time? Bye for now.